100 campers, groups from all over Southern California. You see the starting five for the Sparks. Burrell, Ogwumike, afternoon for Kids Day. Tip is up, controlled by the Mercury. And they'll have to start the fourth and final period as well. Here's Bonner. Gets the scoring started. She's her 17th year out of Auburn. Ogwumike cutting to the cup. That pass deflected out of bounds. LA will retain the possession. Lynn Rock back to just the purity of why we all fell in love with this beautiful game. Here's Atkins from the slot, in and out. And rebound take Koa Makani. Second year guard out of Cameroon. Here's Alyssa Thomas. She had 11 assists on Sunday. Copper back heel. Burrell going up high to get that rebound.
LA had a tough start in Dallas, so you want to get on the board and don't let Phoenix get out in transition because they know what to do with the ball.
2-on-1, Thomas sets up Akoa Makani to start this one for the Mercury. Sparks coming off a 90-82 loss at Dallas on Sunday. Hamby, first bucket for LA.
On the high-low.
Bonner, here's Copper, pulls up mid-range. Can't get the bounce.
Every time Copper comes up with a miss, it feels like mission accomplished.
Burrell curling. Here's Wheeler in the corner. Burrell, high screen set by Ogwumike. Burrell, elbow extended. A fight for the rebound. It's going to go the other way. And they call that against Nneka Ogwumike. A rough goal for them to start this season. Of course, you can't help but to think about the loss of Satu Sabali in free agency and just how big, evaluated in 4 weeks. There's a steal. LA coming back with it the other way. Hamby, the trailer. Here's Wheeler. Burrell, slot three. Front rim, and Copper
An open Ray Burrell.
Plum went through a workout earlier today. Prior to the doors report on that workout, but she's continuously making her way back. Of course, did not make the trip. The last road trip the Sparks went on.
Yeah, the very long road trip.
4 games in 7 days. Here's Atkins missing there, right to Hamby, the bucket and the foul.
Derek Hamby inside. Just that.
Dearica Hamby, 72% foul shooter. 16 points, 7 boards, 2 steals. She shoots
from a year ago.
7-5 our score. Copper wanted it mid-post. Instead, here's Akoa Makani, and Hamby got her hands on that one. Wheeler into the front court. The length of Bonner guarding her there, and we're going to get a foul here against the Mercury. That foul charge to Thomas, her first personal second-team foul. Wheeler using the Hamby screen. Atkins, long three. Clanks back iron. Hamby there once again, and she's going to get to the free throw line. So the energy of Dearica Hamby, you see it early on here, Mary. Time now for Mary's keys to the game. We call them Murphy's Laws, and they're built
for three-pointers. You got to score some points and then limit Copper to 20.
These two teams met. It was the first game ever over 40 in that night, an overtime win for the Sparks. Sparks have won the first 2 meetings against the Mercury. Both of those were in the Valley. This is the first of 2 meetings here in LA between these squads. 3 on the shot clock. Akoa Makani. Thomas has to throw it up. Does. Back iron, gets her own rebound. Brochan the 3, no. And Wheeler able to chase it down. Transition 3, no good there. Atkins offensive rebound, finds Hamby. Spins right into a double, goes up, raked away, out of bounds. But it'll remain LA basketball. 7-7 our score. Just under 6 minutes left here in this. Got their fair share of the Eastern and Central time zones. Is Nneka missing there?
When you talk about shot quality, certainly some good looks for LA in the early going.
Akoa Makani, here's Thomas. Brochan attacking baseline. Kicks it out. Bonner, slot tray, in and out. Rebound. Okay, became the Sparks' all-time leading scorer. Also climbing the charts in rebounds. Number 3 all-time in WNBA history as she knocks down the triple.
Little high-low action, and then the kick out down the 3.
Sparks' first lead of this ball game. 10-2 run here for LA. Copper lost it on their way up, right to Bonner. 5 on the shot clock. Akua Makani will let it fly and watches it fall through. It's the league in three-point shooting. Akua Makani at about 48%. Atkins misfires the football pass. Copper ahead of the pack, lay it up and in. It's been a long shift, if you will, waiting at the scorer's table. Have yet to get our first timeout as Wheeler floats it up. Copper the rebound. Thomas looking to run. Has Hamby on her heels, and Hamby, the pesky hands, knocks it off of Thomas and out of bounds.
6 boards and 3 blocks off the bench. I asked her what she observed about the Sparks D while she was sidelined and how she felt she could come in and make an impact. And she spoke about how this group, she told me, I honestly believe we are getting better every day. And guys, as for what Cam can control, it's
important off-season point coming off that injury, but just the strides made it unrivaled. And I mean, Cam has a laundry list of people to thank in terms of her rehab and recovery, but it was certainly a team effort. Here's Ogwumike. Nice feed underneath. Burrell blocked by Thomas in the game, remains in the game here for Phoenix. She has 2 personal fouls. Has the ball right now on the left wing. Here's Sammy Whitcomb from nearby Ventura. Did not play last game, appearing in just her 5th game this season. Bonner corner tray grazes the rim. Rebound taken by Ogwumike. Here's the hit ahead to Burrell. Burrell cutting across the paint. Goes up with it. Can't miss with numbers the other way. Trail shot. That 3 is good.
Played fast. Some great opportunities for LA. The last couple possessions, they don't come away with points.
Ayayi there on the triple, and we get a whistle here.
Well, you know, Sammy, we'll shoot it from Ventura.
Against the Mercury. Under 3 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Kiana Williams back in there. Has been out, been nursing a thumb injury. You can see it was pretty heavily wrapped. Burrell, that 3 rattles in.
One of the things you really love about Ray Burrell is she misses it, just comes out and just continues to get after it and be aggressive.
First scratch in this one, and we're gonna get a foul here against the Mercury. Charge that to Mack. Lexi held in there for the Mercury. They go high-low, Hamby high off the window, too strong, and Thomas coming back the other way. Lobs it underneath, Mack couldn't corral it, and it'll be LA basketball.
Defensively really played well by Cameron Brink. She's got AT as she's advanced.
Turned it over more times. Welcome back inside Crypto.com Arena. Rashawn Haylock, Mary Murphy, Nikki K rocking the sidelines. Our fantastic Spectrum Sportsnet crew.
Zone defense from Phoenix.
Here's Williams. They held, may have blocked that. Out of bounds, 4 seconds left on the shot clock. We saw the zone against Connecticut on Sunday from this Phoenix squad. That last possession, they go player to player now, and heads up play there by Atkins.
The offensive rebounds in that first quarter.
Gray had her own rebound momentarily, but Whitcomb now has it. Whitcomb. 3 on the ray, that's off the mark. Mack the rebound. Copper, corner tray. Another offensive rebound here. They're gonna get Gray on the foul from behind.
Yeah, on that weak side, the shot's coming off, influenced by Brink just sprinting out, trying to get a piece of that thing and get running.
Copper curling in deep, flips it over her head and in. Mercury by 3.
Cannot give a team 4 opportunities to score.
Phoenix staying in that zone, Mary. Wheeler lobs it underneath. There's Hamby, doorstep off the window.
Talk about squeezing a pass in. Hamby knows what to do
in this first half. Whitcomb, cross court over to Mack. Here's Copper, always so dangerous.
That's why you see the double, right?
Mack with 6 on the shot clock. Backing down Hamby. The fall away, in and out. Ogwumike with her 5th rebound. Hamby, elbow extended, putting it on the deck against Mack. Spins, stripped away, out of bounds. They say last touch LA. It'll be Phoenix basketball. Little faux pressure on the inbound. Whitcomb across the timeline.
Easier to do that when AT's not on the floor for sure.
Copper curling down the lane, hanging and off the window.
Boy, there's one speed, and then there's Copper speed when she comes off.
I mean, she just strides and glides out there. Park, back iron, held, the hit ahead. Ayayi, power dribble, blocked from behind there by Hamby.
Great job in transition defense to get back with urgency and
8%. Both teams trying to find their footing here in the early going. Akumakani missing the 3, long rebound, out of bounds. It'll be LA back in the zone here, Mary. Certainly appears that way between the circles of Ogwumike. Swung around, here's Park. Wheeler, slot trade. Akumakani tried to save. Park, Hamby. She's had the hot hand in the early going, and we're going to get a foul here away from the basketball. And is this going to go against Thomas?
I don't think so. Freedom of movement and all, Rashawn.
Certainly an emphasis this year. Approaching the 7-minute mark here in this first half. Wheeler. Here's Ogwumike free throw line. Throws up the midi. Offensive rebound, Atkins whips a pass underneath, Park is there.
Boy, she sure did. Some velocity on that bounce pass. Park, nice.
But how do the Sparks solve this riddle that is the zone of the Mercury?
Don't see them very often, and you don't get a lot of practice time, so you just have to be patient and move the basketball.
Akumakani taken by Atkins. Ogwumike, Hamby clearing space. Ogwumike falling away, and flying through the paint there is Park. Foul from behind. Looks like they're gonna get Copper from working against Thomas. Back in the player-to-player defense are the Mercury. Hamby flashing high, ball poked away, right to Wheeler, 4 on the shot clock. Wheeler, the step back 3, well short. Hamby nearly had it there. Blocked by the bottom of the rim. Coming the other way is AT. Down the paint, AT right to the cup. And a foul picked up there by Borrell. Count it. And an opportunity for the old. Thomas 1 for 2 from the line today. Gets that one to go. To play before intermission. Here's the hezzy by Wheeler. Leans with it, rocks with it, and gets it to go.
Just beautiful recognition as she turns.
On that lower left leg. The hope is, though, that foundation she's going to start break.
Thank you, Nikki. And they said she would be reevaluated in 4 weeks. We're at about that mark. Her last game was the 30th anniversary game here against the New York Liberty on June the 21st. Her and Copper just locking horns there. I mean, it's
a duel of greatness.
High-level greatness. Absolutely. Here is Copper. First game in WNBA history in which 2 players from opposing teams scored 40 points. Here's Copper, pocket pass, Thomas down the paint, knifes through 2, and going to get to the free throw line. Mercury by 1. Thomas has done the majority of her damage from the free throw line here. She's got 4 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds, half of her points. Wearing their original throwback uniforms. Two of the original 3 remaining, the Sparks, the Mercury, and then of course the New York Liberty. A ball.
Communication, move on, time to play defense. Oh, Copper.
Oh, Copper's okay, able to get back up. Here's Thomas, and fouled there by Ogwumike. So for Nneka, that's going to be her 2nd personal. For the Mercury, Thomas, Copper, and Akumakani each have 2 personal fouls each.
7th in the WNBA in scoring. Ray Burrell goes over to check See how she's doing.
And Ayayi, the second-year player out of France, returns to mark here in this first half. Thomas now with 6 points. 4 of those have come from the line. Here's Wheeler. Lobbed it. Ogwumike somehow comes down with it. Akua Makani. Brochamp. First scratch for Noemi Brochamp, the rookie out of France. Burrell, pocket pass, Brink retains it and lays it up and in.
Nice job of finding a way to catch the basketball on the left side.
Open triple for the league's best three-point shooter. Then Roberts doesn't like that. Quick timeout taken here. Sparks trailing 33-27, 4:21 to play here, first half. Against Nneka Ogwumike. And I beg your pardon, they were not looking at that for an upgrade. They were looking, that was a challenge by the Sparks. So they lose the challenge there, Mary. The layup on the other end. So that was a Sparks challenge that was unsuccessful. And a foul up high here against Brochamp. So that could be huge later on.
Right, so LA down 8, 3 minutes to go in the half, and these are those critical.
It's the biggest lead for Phoenix. Wheeler, corner tray, Atkins.
Great response.
First bucket tonight for Ariel Atkins.
Just the 4th made 3 on 17 tries by Los Angeles.
Here's Copper. Atkins gets her hands on that. Shot clock under 10. Copper pulls up for the midi. That's good.
That's the challenge when you play. Knows where to go to get the shot up.
Burrell, the hezzy, down the paint. And she'll get to the free throw line.